No matter if you're a new player or maxed out, upgrading equipment can be tough. So this is the only hero equipment upgrade priority guide to help you choose which equipment to invest your ores into and which ones to avoid spending any ores on. When breaking down equipment for each hero, I'll recommend which to upgrade depending on how you'll use the hero in your attacks. Likewise, I'll give minimum levels for many of the equipment to know when certain equipment become viable to use, but are by no means a stopping point if you're upgrading them. Starting with the Barbarian King, he has 2 to 3 main uses, either as a way to funnel buildings from the outside of the base, funneling the inside of the base, or opening up the core. So the most reliable upgrade path is to start with the Spiky Ball first. Due to its high projectile damage, along with its high hero boost stats, it makes it a reliable option for any army regardless of how you're using the King. So long as it's level 18 or above, it's a solid option for many strategies due to how flexible it is if you need it for the survivability and funneling or for the raw damage. Next should be the Snake Bracelet. This enables for greater funneling outside the base and can benefit from its high HP boost while also spawning snakes to add chip damage and distraction for the King. Paired with the Spiky Ball's HP boost, it becomes very powerful so long as you get it above level 21. You can also upgrade the Earthquake Boots as they can one-shot some defenses when paired with the Spiky Ball at max level. But if you just want the wall breaking, having them at level 1 or above is ideal enough. After those equipment, you can later on upgrade the Stick Horse. This enables a whole new playstyle for the King as it allows you to clear compartments quite easily and quickly, thanks to its ability to hop over walls while maintaining a fast movement speed. This mainly pairs well with the Angry Jelly to focus on defenses and have him act as a tankier royal champion. Having this above level 18 is ideal in order to have enough time and movement speed along with attack speed to make it quite strong. If you do upgrade the Stick Horse, however, the Gauntlet will soon follow. Despite being an old equipment, it's quite reliable with its own damage reduction, making it a powerful tool for survivability while also having the ability to do splash damage, which pairs very well with the Stick Horse's movement speed and attack speed buffs, which having this at level 18 or above is going to greatly increase that splash damage viability and the damage reduction. You can also upgrade the Rage Vial here, but it's often only good with the Gauntlet in some situations, like quickly funneling the outside for the Queen or when using the Log Launcher. The rest of his equipment aren't worth investing ores into due to having very little reason to use them between all Town Hall levels. Moving over to the Archer Queen, her use cases are very flexible as she can be used to set up funneling on the outside of the base all the way to sniping defenses. So the most reliable way to spend your ores on her is to focus on the action figure first. Due to its very high HP and DPS, it makes for a strong option that the Archer Queen can use, allowing her to have a tanky unit that can do surprisingly good damage and break walls easily in the palm of her hand. This overall can be used in any situation due to how useful it is to spawn to keep the Queen alive for a bit longer. From there, the Archer Queen's other equipment depends on how you're using her and which armies you're running. If you're using the Queen inside the base for damage or using her to funnel the outside of the base, upgrade the Magic Mirror. This is mostly good for ground armies only, but is quite good for that thanks to its ability to spawn 2 additional Queens to deal damage while also hiding the original Queen with a 1-second invisibility. This enables her to do big damage regardless if she's inside or outside the base and should be level 18 or higher for the additional cloned Queen. If you prefer using the Queen to snipe air defenses and sweepers or even trigger invisibility to spell towers, upgrade the Giant Arrow. Despite its previous nerf to its damage, it's solid for air armies as it does 2 times more damage to air defenses while easily sniping air sweepers. Additionally, it has the power to activate invisibility spell towers if they're giving you any issues, and can be great so long as it's level 6. However, if you prefer using the Archer Queen in a Recall Queen charge, upgrade the Monolith Arrow. It's a fairly strong equipment despite being niche to Queen charges. Its power stems from its good bonus damage and solid survivability with the HP increase and damage reduction, making it viable to use across Town Hall levels if you enjoy Queen charge based armies, while it also is great to be used from level 6 onwards. As for the Healer Puppets, I'd only upgrade this if you lack a particular filler equipment like the action figure, but otherwise the rest of her equipment are not worth investing ores into due to having very little reason to use them between all town levels. With the Minion Prince next, he has a fairly straightforward use case within air armies. So first, focus on his Dark Aura. This is very strong as it can slow defenses up to 50% for a fairly long duration in a wide radius, making it extremely strong for air armies as defenses and enemy heroes are doing less damage and can enable your army to move into higher DPS areas with ease. So long as it's past level of 15, it can be a strong option. Following this, you'll likely want to upgrade the Meteor Staff next. The passive damage this offers enables your prince to still provide support, regardless of what he is attacking, especially as it always targets the closest defense. This makes it a very powerful equipment to use anytime the prince is behind troops like dragons or dragon riders, and as long as it's past level 21. The rest of his equipment aren't worth investing ores into just due to having very little reason to use them between all town levels. Now, for the Grand Warden, there are so many equipment to choose from due to how good they all are. So focus on the Eternal Tome first, a simple yet strong equipment that protects everything for at least 8 seconds and can be used across many attack strategies and across all town levels, which makes this a no-brainer option to focus on first, especially as it can be used past level 12. Following the Eternal Tome, the rest of his support equipment will often depend on how you actually use the Grand Warden. If you prefer using him in air armies, the Healing Tome tends to be the best option for the long-lasting healing that is very beneficial for air troops that normally cannot be healed, and is great starting at level 12 and gets stronger over time. If you're often using lower HP troops like balloons or throwers, upgrading the life gem is quite good for the increased HP for those troops, as it offers enough buffs to synergize with these troops to keep them alive for longer, as having it around level 12 or higher gives enough HP to use it reliably. For those who prefer using healers within Smash armies, the Rage Gem is a great option for these strong buffs to damage and healing for both troops and heroes, and is especially great for druids after their buff, and getting level 15 or higher is enough to start using it consistently. However, if you prefer using Smash armies like Super Bowlers, the Heroic Torch is a great option to upgrade, especially due to its movement speed buff and damage reduction, while making troops ignore walls, making it perfect against plenty of bases, especially for Super Bowler smashes, so having it past level 18 is enough to start using it. Additionally, the Fireball is a very good upgrade if you are willing to use the Warden as a DPS or support DPS, as he can clear out a good funnel before supporting troops with his other ability, oftentimes the Rage Gem, but you can also use this to clear value inside the core of the base within Warden charge armies. So having this around level 24 gives it both enough damage and radius to clear defenses. Now, the Lavaloon Puppet is an interesting case, as more often than not, you will not upgrade this equipment due to it just not working with most armies. However, it can work within Lalo or Sui Warden armies, but for most players, it won't be worth upgrading. As for the Royal Champion, her equipment are also fairly straightforward, so focus on her Rocket Spear first. Yes, the Rocket Spear should be the first upgrade due to the Electro Boots being solid even at lower levels. That said, the Rocket Spear's value here is due to the number of spears you get along with their damage, making it a strong option in plenty of strategies, so having it past level 18 is good enough to start using it. Now, the Electro Boots should follow this, especially as the stats per level aren't as great, so even at level 1, it will work. Upgrading it past both level 1 and level 15 gives it solid stats in DPS, healing, and increased HP, making it a great option for her no matter the army. Now, the rest of her equipment options depend on what you're often running. If you're using the Royal Champion to snipe defenses, upgrading the Seeking Shield is a good choice for the damage it's able to do to either clear defenses or or at least weaken them for the rocket spear. So having it at level 15 or greater is ideal. But if you're using the Royal Champion in a long charge, upgrading the haste vial is more ideal, especially for the faster attack and movement speed buffs, and having it at level 15 or above should enable it to be a strong option. The rest of her equipment aren't worth investing ores into due to having very little reason to use them between all Townal levels. Finally is the Dragon Duke, in which he has plenty of equipment options, but his number one is the Fireheart. This is especially due to its self-healing, as it's extremely strong while also offering damage on death, allowing for it to destroy defenses even if he doesn't take them out. So having it around level 12 or higher gives it a strong boost in power. As for his other equipment, it will also depend on how you run the Dragon Duke. More often than not though, his rocket backpack is a very good choice due to its ability to snipe defenses quite easily, especially when paired with the Zapquake or the Flameblower to clear a few defenses easily. And as long as this is around level 24, you'll have more than enough damage to snipe defenses. Following that, upgrading the Flameblower is a smart call, especially as the Flameblower's damage and range is so great, allowing for it to pair with the rocket backpack so long as it's facing towards the core of the base. And having this equipment maxed is required to use it with the rocket backpack. From there, you can work on either the Electrofangs or Stun Blaster. Both equipment are quite good, but depends on how the Dragon Duke is being used. If you need a faster funnel or wanting to use a Duke charge, upgrading the Electrofangs is worth it, especially past level 15. However, the Stun Blaster is just as good, especially if you can use the Angry Jelly on him to clear defenses, allowing him to stun nearby defenses, making it easier to get plenty of value. And having this past level 15 will also give it enough strength. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can upgrade your hero equipment effectively to fit your strategy. But if you want to learn how to queen charge, I recommend checking out my 2026 queen charge guide here, but YouTube says you may prefer this video instead.